Mubarak is on the beat.
Yes. Inuwa ne zaɓina,
Ɗan farin gida
Maje ne tsanina.
yayi mun gani.
Mu yanzu alhamdulillah gwamba mun yaba da ayyukan da kake burgi da karkara.
As a government, we can say we have done wonderfully well, because when he came in 2019, before he was sworn in on May 29th, 2019, he had already had committees, several committees, to give him a real view of what is on ground and what he needs to do on May 29th to hit the ground running. And he did exactly that, especially with the education sector, by declaring a state of emergency. There was improvement in infrastructure. There was consistent salary payment, because before his coming, salaries were not very consistent. But since he came in, for the past 6 years, salaries are paid by 25th of the month. Salaries of teachers, of everybody, civil servant in the state, has been paid. So that is a morale booster. And in terms of performance and indices, there has been a very good improvement, from about 21 to 22% in WAEC of students with 5 credits in WAEC with maths and English, to about 75%. For last year, we had challenges nationwide with English, so we are still waiting for the English language. But for maths, we have about 78% of our students getting 5 credits, including maths. For the English, all of you are witnesses to students writing exams as late as 12 a.m. and the conditions they wrote it. And when it came out, 90% of the students had failed English. But there is no exception to that. So we are looking at how we can see whether there are going to be some changes. But for maths, you can imagine students passing maths more than English. I think there's something wrong with the, but the federal government has taken on the challenge, and I think it is going to do the needful. And in terms of infrastructure, we have seen the boost in infrastructure. And His Excellency is the governor who does not believe in a simple approach to education. He calls it the whole school approach. He will not go and renovate one classroom, paint one classroom. No. He's the governor that started metal roof rafters in schools. Before, it was just wooden rafters. Immediately the storm comes, it will just take off the distance. But now it is wooden rafters in school. And he's the first governor to start story buildings for schools in rural areas. And to you, maybe coming from an urban area, having a school with an upstairs is nothing. But from us who come from the rural areas, it is a booster. I tell you, students now go more to these schools because there are upstairs, there are staircases. Some of them have never seen an upstairs in their vicinity. They now go to these schools, and there is a surge in enrollment in these schools. So what he's now doing is he's now shifting it to other schools, so that other schools will benefit, and there will be no concentration of too many students in one school. So the infrastructure development is evenly distributed amongst local government, schools, and so on and so forth. And then his flagship program is the mega colleges, the 5 mega colleges that have been upgraded, their facilities renewed, and even partners have seen the vision in those schools. Like the Northeast Development Commission, they have also intervened by adding more classrooms, more hostels, more facilities. And the best part is that His Excellency does not just do it with a closed eye. No, he does it based on needs. The needs of government mega college Gombe is totally different from the needs of government mega college Dadunkuwa and Kaltungo and Doma and Duku. So what we do is we look at these schools and see what are their challenges and do it for them. Not we say, okay, they all need hostels, so we are going to do the same number of hostels for them. Or some of them have water and some do not have water. Some of them have perimeter fencing, some do not have. So this is how he has been able to do it. Some have clinics, some do not have. Some have 2-bed clinics. It has been extended to 12 bed hostels. Drugs have been procured for these schools. These students are on Go Health programs and a lot of other initiatives to attract more students. And it is also in his period that you see a surge in our exchange students. The ones coming into Gombe are more than the ones going out of Gombe. So you can imagine students from Gombe going to the 18 other northern states. You have about just about 700 of them going out of Gombe. And we have close to 900 coming into Gombe, and only 2 schools, which are the exchange schools. You find out that this shows that there is great improvement in our infrastructure, much more than before. And apart from that, there have been intervention in what we call the Accelerated Basic Education Program and then the Accelerated Senior Secondary Education Program. These are all processes in which the teachers are trained, in which the students are trained in modern teaching and learning pedagogies and schemes, so that at least the teacher is also not left out. Where Gombe State was nothing in the Science, Technology and Innovations Fair, where we rose to #1 in terms of science students, where we rose to #3 in terms of innovation. And under Ministry of Education, I would like to sum it up, as I said in one of our valedictory speeches when His Excellency was closing for the first Inuwa in 2023. His Excellency made the education sector at a 0 level. He moved it to the hero level after his first Inuwa, and he's going to leave it after his second Inuwa at a superhero stage, inshallah.